My Bitcoin mining experience. It's always difficult to get good, unbiased views on whether something works well or poorly, and let's face it, even when you're shown real evidence, it's often your own mind that stands in the way of your ability to believe what you see or not. So the best thing I can say here before showing you real results from my own mining experience with BitClub Network is this. What follows comes directly out of my Bitcoin account. In fact, I'll show you inside that account before I show you my spreadsheet for the entire month of February 2017. It's now the 2nd of March 2017 as I write this, in case you were wondering about the dates. Frankly, I neither have the expertise or the will for any tricks, so I'm going to share as I see. I joined BitClub Network back in July 2015. When I joined, coincidentally, Bitcoin was priced at around $230 to $240, and I originally joined with only a Mining Pool 1 share. I'll show you what that means shortly. The cost for doing that was $99 to join as a full lifetime member, and that's a one-off, you only ever pay that the one time, and $500 for the pool share. Now, as we always must, let me stress that this is purely my own experience. I do not suggest that yours would be exactly the same or even remotely the same. This is just what happened to me. I quite quickly earned some referral commissions for introducing this opportunity to others because I thought it was a brilliant opportunity. I don't intend to cover that here though. This video is about the BitClub Mining Pool shares and what they can do for you. Nothing else. I'm not going to talk about why you should promote the business. So rather than talk about the $599 I actually spent on my BitClub position, I am going to talk about the founder position I moved to after a few weeks of joining. The founder position is simply the name they give to someone who buys a share in each of the 3 mining pools. They are simply called Pool 1, 2 and 3. And as you'll see when I take you inside, they cost $500, $1,000 and $2,000 respectively. So a founder has bought $3,500 worth of mining pool shares because he's bought one of each, plus of course has paid the $99 lifetime membership fee that everybody pays when they join. An important point there is that those prices in US dollars do not change. So the difference between someone joining today and someone joining when I did is how much Bitcoin they need to buy those shares. Do you remember I said in an earlier video that most people who deal with Bitcoin trade in Bitcoin? This is no exception. So the dollar purchase price of the shares does not change. But the bigger point I want to make is this. It would be so easy for me to go on about what a great return I've had as I only put in $599 back in July 2015. But that would hardly be fair to people who have no interest in making recommendations or promoting the business. So I'm going to show you how I do from my mining pool shares based on buying that founder position from the start, even though I actually didn't. In other words, let's assume I came in with $3,599 day one and not $599. That makes what I'm about to show you so much more fair for everybody. Let me begin by showing you the mining pool share deal at BitClub Network, and then we'll take it from there. So what you're looking at here is a page on the general site at bitclubnetwork.com, and you can see here that it quite clearly states no sponsoring required to earn mining pool payouts, and it explains here that you can come in with mining pool 1, 2 or 3. Each share in mining pool 1 costs $500. Each share in mining pool 2 costs $1,000, and each share in mining pool 3 costs $2,000. If you come in and you buy a share in each, you are what they call a founder member. And that's all founder means, by the way. And you'll see that each mining pool share earns a different amount of Bitcoin each day. Pool 1 earns 50%, Pool 2 earns 60%, and Pool 3 earns 70%. And I should stress that's up to, because you can set your account up so that you're reinvesting perhaps just for a while or for a specified period of time. You can be reinvesting all of your Bitcoin to increase the amount of additional mining pool share that you buy, because we all automatically buy additional share, and I'm going to show you that in a short while. So now we're inside my account, and you can see here a few things actually, but let me start with that figure there. That's the total amount of Bitcoin I have earned from mining pool shares. So 10.7 Bitcoin has come to me so far through my mining pool shares. And you will see, if we look here, that I now have 2.39 shares in mining pool 1, 2.2 shares in mining pool 2, and 3.3 shares in mining pool 3. Now, there's a couple of things I want to explain straight off the bat. First off, you can change the amount that goes back into buying additional mining pool shares quite easily here. So I can set any of these to 100%. At the moment, they are set to the minimum amount that you have to reinvest. Everybody in BitClub Network has to reinvest back in the pool so that there is constant cash flow. We do not rely on new money. If we stop taking members tomorrow, we would still be generating revenue because of these mining pool settings. And that's not bad news for us. In fact, that's very good news for us. Firstly, because it means we're constantly reinvesting to get larger and larger returns. As you can see here, 420 days ago is when I first started with my mining pool 1 share. I rather quickly added mining pool 2 and mining pool 3 thereafter. I explained that at the beginning. And automatically, without me doing a thing, reinvestments, repurchases are made from that moment forward back into the mining pools. Now, on a few occasions, and only a few occasions, I have taken some of my mining pool earnings, and indeed a little bit of my earnings from other things in BitClub Network, and I have accelerated this process slightly. But it is only slightly. Mostly my acceleration into additional shares, or what they call partial shares in the mining pools, has come because for a long time I had all of these pools set to 100%. I haven't got them set to 100% now because I want to actually see the income I'm actually generating from the mining. So I started this year, in fact right at the end of January, I started to take income from my mining pool shares. So now they're all generating daily income. And as I scroll down here, I'll try and do it fairly slowly so we don't blur the video too much. You'll see constantly partial share purchases automatically happening day on day on day on day on day. And the great thing is, every time I get a new partial share in a mining pool, it runs for 1,000 days. So my original shares were for 1,000 days, and every new bit of partial share I get also runs for 1,000 days. Now, you've probably already worked out from that this just goes on and on and on. So my income from mining pool shares doesn't run for just 1,000 days. It runs on and on and on and on. And that's how the mining pool shares generate an income. And if I go to the bottom of each of these, you'll see mining pool 2, the last share, paid there was the 4th of March. Okay, so you can see that we're still in early March as I'm recording this bit, and that has 1,007 days to run. There's always a 10-day lead-in period, by the way, while they hook up your bit of extra power that you've just purchased. And then you can see that there are other shares going on, and predominantly, of course, there's more in Mining Pool 3, 4th of March, you can see there, because that's the one where the biggest chunk of money is. So that's inside my account, and I hope that makes sense, but don't worry if it didn't make too much sense to you, because this can all be explained to you later. Just before I move on to my spreadsheet, I just want to explain something to you. I want to explain why I haven't been keeping records of my my mining from day one. I mean, there's two reasons actually. The first reason is because for a considerable amount of time, if I had all my Mining Pool shares set to 100% reinvestment, so it wasn't producing a daily income for me. They were all being reinvested. The second reason is because I do and have worked in the past on promoting the business, I do get rather a lot of records to go through. So to find my Mining Pool payments anyway, I have to click through quite a few pages. You might see here I'm clicking through to get to the bit which is about Mining Pool. Sometimes this can be 5 pages, sometimes it can be 6, sometimes it can be 10, 20 sometimes if it's been a busy day, before I can find the bit about Mining Pool income. And there it is. Okay, so I want to show you this because I want you to see when I go on to the next video how I get the data to put into that spreadsheet, and it's that. Okay, I basically highlight and copy this information here, which is purely Mining Pool income, and then I actually paste that into my spreadsheet. So I just wanted you to know that before I move on to the next video where I show you the actual spreadsheet. You can see there the difference, and I've just added this bit in almost as an afterthought because it occurred to me that you wouldn't know how the data got into the spreadsheet otherwise. I'm recording this section, by the way, on the 7th of March 2017, so you can see that that's yesterday's Mining Pool payout. I haven't had today's yet because of course today is the 7th of March. And if you can see the bottom right hand side of my my screen there, I've left the date visible. Hopefully you can see that. Thank you.